YouTube, what's going on? Kyle again from ePoolSupply. Today we are back with some quick fix videos for you guys on Pentair's SuperFlo variable speed pool pump. We're going to dive in and kind of show you guys how to change some stuff apart, so stay tuned. Alright guys, and we're back. So again today we've got some quick fix videos for you guys on Pentair's SuperFlo variable speed pool pump. This is for their 1.5 horse variable speed pool pump. As you guys can see, all I have now in front of me is a volute. If you guys want to know how to remove the volute, take the base off, make sure you guys check out the links in the description. We'll have videos for you guys on how to get to this point. So for today's video, I'm going to talk to you guys about the two drain plugs located on this volute. So obviously you don't need to actually tear any of this apart in order to get access to these. These are always right there in the front, so you don't even actually have to remove the pump for whatever you're doing in order to get access to the actual drain plugs. They do put two drain plugs on the volutes for you guys. One in the front here is meant specifically to drain where your basket is. And then the other drain plug that you can see here is meant to drain anything else that's left on the internal part of the pump here. So once you guys have already started to winterize your pool and you're looking to shut everything down and you need to empty this to make sure that the winter weather doesn't freeze and expand and break the volute, very similar to the one I have right here. That is very important for you guys to, one, either keeping that pump running the entire winter, or two is to make sure that you winterize it by removing these drain plugs and letting the water completely drain from these pumps so that you don't have that expansion of the freeze. So really simple. They already come kind of pre-Tefloned from Pentair. If you're going to do this yourself, definitely suggest using a very small thin piece of Teflon, maybe a Plasto joint stick or something like that, just because it'll make sure that, as you guys can see, I can't remove this one, and a lot of the times that's what ends up happening, and you run into problems that somebody actually already put too much Teflon on here, so this thing is like sealed in here. So I'll actually need to grab a pair of pliers in order to get these things off. So once you get your pliers here for you guys, you're going to want to make sure you guys be gentle. This is a plastic, so you guys want to make sure that you grab it correctly. But I got it started and loosened to look like whoever had used this pump or had this pump previously cross-threaded it. So when I went to go try to undo it, the actual O-ring was pinched in there really tight. So if you guys do use some pliers, make sure you guys maybe throw a rag over it or something just to make sure that it can grab it, where you're not really going to put teeth on this actual drain plug to go ahead and remove it. But again, I'm doing this upside down because I have the ability to have this in front of me. When you guys are doing this, you guys are going to be doing this over top, from the side, down low, whatever it may be, however your equipment's set up. So it can be a little bit of a more difficult task for you guys. So try to use whatever you can without trying to damage these drain plugs. Again, if you guys need any more of these, they do come with a new O-ring. We do have them available in the links in the description for you guys. But essentially what you're going to do is make sure that you guys remove that front one first. That's going to go ahead and drain any additional water that's going to be in this front end with the basket. And then again, because I've already taken the motor end off, you're going to still have everything bolted up here, and you're going to aim for this other drain plug. And that one is going to empty anything else that's left inside the tank here between the drive. So then that way, again, you're not having any expanding going on inside here, because you're not going to be able to see any of this, so you're not going to know whether or not there's anything in there. So really important that if you guys are using these to winterize, that you do remove both drain plugs, because if you just remove the one, it does not connect to the point where it will drain anything on this side. So you do want to make sure that you remove that secondary drain plug. So I've also seen different options where typically on a 3 horsepower pump, where somebody will use these ports then to be able to, put an ozonator in or something to help feed things into the pump. But again, that'll be a future video for you guys when we can have this out and installed in the field for you guys, so you guys can see all those different options. But today's video, I just really want to show you guys how to get access to these drain plugs, inform you guys of the importance of the drain plugs, especially for those of you guys that are using this in a state where you do not have the ability to use your pool year round. Luckily for us out here in Phoenix, The coldest it gets, it doesn't ever drop below freezing. So as long as you're keeping these pumps running or moving water of some kind, you don't really run the risk of these things locking up on you or needing to actually remove these. So, but for all of you guys in the eastern part of the country that deal with that constant year-round having to winterize your pool, definitely make sure that you guys remove these. Again, when you're putting it back on, only thing I would suggest, because it has an O-ring to help seal it, would be some kind of plastic joint stick or some kind of, just a putty more than an actual Teflon, because when you try to thread it back into the actual plastic housing, you could take the risk of either cracking the drain plug or cracking the blue and having to replace this entire piece. So I really appreciate you guys watching. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe. We're going to have more videos on repairing pumps, installing pumps all over the board for you guys. So I appreciate all the love and support. Until next time, I'm Kyle from ePoolSupply.